plant fam! Welcome back to my channel if you are new here. My name is Jacqueline. This is part of my jungle. If you are not new here, thank you for coming back. So, fam, I have an update for you on everything that's been happening with my plants from Urban Leaf Shop as well as Urban Leaf Shop. What, baby? Do you want to tell them how you feel too? What? Okay, well, he's just being chatty. You can't see him. Anyway, so a lot has happened since the last time I saw you guys. I'm going to give you a quick little update and then I'm going to take you around and show you the plants. So there are a lot of plants that we didn't rehab together here on YouTube, but I did a reel over on Instagram. I posted it here as a short as well, but they're scattered. So there's like just Hoyas all over the place. There's some in the greenhouse. There's some in my bedroom that are on the struggle bus. And we are gonna get to each one of those in this video. I just wanted to have a chat and let you know what was going on. So I did file another claim. So I lost my first claim that I filed through PayPal. I don't remember what the reasoning was for it. But I decided to open a second one because you'll see the plant that I opened it about is in really bad shape, and that one in particular came to me really bad, like out of the box, and it was one that I had expressed to him wasn't looking good as soon as I got it. So I thought it was perfectly reasonable to try and open another case. Plus, the more cases that they have against them, like that doesn't look good on them, even if they're winning them. So I opened another claim and put in all of the information and everything. I lost, and then I escalated it again to something else. I forget what they call it. First it's a dispute, then it gets escalated to a claim, and then from there it can be even further escalated and you can help put the shop under review. So like, I don't know exactly what's happening right now, but there is stuff happening on PayPal's end where they're like looking into everything more deeply, because I let them know that this wasn't necessarily about me and about me getting my money back. It's a bigger issue. And I have evidence from well over like 20 of you. I stopped counting around 20, but there's more than that, that have had similar, if not the exact same experience with this particular human being. So I don't know about you, but I'm not okay with just letting things like that slide. Like, I'm not really cool with bullies. I'm not really okay with people speaking to other people in the manner that he does. And yeah, I'm not just gonna like sit here and not do anything about it. So we are continuing to spread the word. Make sure that you share these things with your plant groups, like wherever you are on the internet, in real life, all these things. Make sure that your plant friends are not getting scammed by these people. So that is what's going on right now. So I do encourage you, if you have ordered with them in the last month or so, to open a claim with PayPal, or a dispute rather, through PayPal, since he used to do all of his invoices through PayPal. I heard from a few people that he's not doing that anymore. And that's probably because PayPal is on to him and he's looking for other ways to take money from people, essentially, without having to give it back when he sends out bad items. So, yeah, I definitely encourage you to open up a dispute if you have had an issue. It helps the case in the long run. You're not going to win, but it helps the case in the long run. He was able to win this one because what on earth are you two doing? The cats have been running around like lunatics for the last 10 minutes, attacking each other, playing in boxes. I've been doing a lot of unboxings the last couple of days and there's just like boxes everywhere. What, baby? He's on the chair over there. I normally sit in the chair over there when I film, but I wanted to sit over here and like just have a more casual chat with you guys. But the reason why he won the claim is because he said that the item was altered in my possession, and I laughed at the lady on the phone. I was like, you're joking, right? Like, it's a plant. It's not a sweater that I chopped up and like sewed it back together and then tried to get a refund on it. I was trying to save the plant so that it wasn't gonna die. I mean, it's still dying anyway, but if I had known, I would have just left it alone because it's dying anyway, and then maybe I would have got my money back. My cat is bonkers. So that is that story, but again, I am not going to just sit and take it, like I said. So if you guys are looking for a way to help, the best way that you can do that if you have ordered from them is to open a dispute with PayPal. It's not going to stop him from doing business through other payment stuff, but at least, you know, we're doing something. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what else to do. I know a lot of people have said to like file something with the Better Business Bureau. I genuinely don't know how to go about that, but the best thing you could do is just share this with people, not necessarily this video, but like I did put a highlight reel on my cat is crazy. I put a highlight on my stories or on my profile on Instagram that has all the stories in it with all the people who shared stuff with me. And I have even more from the last time that we did a video where I was trying to rehab the plants with you. Like, I have so many more messages from different people since then. So like, this is just continuing to happen. Like, the more and more people discover one of my videos, the more and more they come forward with similar stories. So this is definitely an issue in our community that needs to be addressed. And it's not just him. There are lots of sellers out there that are like this, and we should not be tolerating it as a community anymore. Like, I'm happy to do what I can do from, you know, from my small platform, but I need your help when it comes to sharing it. I can make the videos, but I need you guys to help me share them so that this doesn't happen to more people. Crash, you whacking out, man? You sound like you're whacking out. And let's go take a look at how the Hoyas are doing. I'm going to start you in the bedroom, and then we'll work our way up to the greenhouse. This is going to be depressing, you guys. Okay, so there is a fan on in here. I apologize if you can hear it, but I don't feel like turning it off. I am showing you now what used to be my Hoya Croniana black leaves. Yeah, so I put it in the moss perlite mix. I just have it in here because I just watered it and it was drying out a lot. And as you can see, like, the leaves are still shriveling up into nothing. So that is fun. It's just continuing to decline, and the leaves are shriveling up into like legit nothing. Like, it looks like I haven't watered it in a million years. And this was a really full, lush plant, and it's not looking like there's really anything that's going to be salvageable on here at all. So that's pretty depressing. See if you could see it better with the white background. The lighting in here is really bad right now, unless I step over here. But that's that one. So I guess it's safe to say that that's dead. And then hiding back in here, I have a Hoya, or what used to be a Hoya Leucardensiana that I put into a mossy perlite mix, and the leaves, like, just one by one shriveled up and died. So I thought maybe this little end piece was gonna make it. I probably should have tried to propagate it, but I didn't. So that one's dead, but I've been waiting to show you before I toss it, so I guess I can throw it out now because there's nothing salvageable on there in the slightest bit. Not related, but my painted lady is growing lots of roots for the giveaway, in case anybody was wondering. I think that's all I have in here from them, so we're gonna go up into the greenhouse. Okay, up in the greenhouse now, as you can see, but I have all of my Urban Leaf Shop Hoyas hanging out over here. So this was my other Croniana black leaves that I got from them separately, and this one seems to be doing all right in the mossy perlite mix. Hopefully it's going to reroot for me. And then this is a Hoya matrata that I got from them that I didn't realize didn't have great roots, so I just kind of like plopped it into soil, but you can see the roots in there are all shriveled up, like they're non-existent for the most part. I just didn't have it in me to repot this one and take it out of here. It seems like it's doing okay, so I didn't do that, but I probably should. This is the Hoya Daikie, or it was the Hoya Daikie. Definitely not looking good. Let me put it down on the floor. Yeah, it's not looking good. The leaves came to me with this weird damage on it, but you could see they're not really gaining turgidity, despite I literally just watered everything in here. It means the moss dries up pretty quickly because it's warm in here, but still, these are just really sad leaves, and I don't know what all of this damage is about on them, but that is how they came to me. This was not the original plant that I purchased. He was like, I have a bigger one, is that okay? And I was like, well, yeah, I'm not going to say no to a bigger one, but if I had known that it looked this terrible. Like, he sent me a picture, but I didn't really notice how bad it looked in the photo, so there's that. And I've heard stories of him doing that to other people as well, where he was like, oh, this one's more splashy, it's better, and like it wasn't. So I don't know why he thinks that people don't have like eyes to see things for themselves, but that is my Hoya Daikie. Say a prayer for her, because I'm not sure what's happening. Thankfully I have another one over here that was purchased from a different seller, so there's that. But I bought this one for you guys so that I could like propagate it and like have some cute, you know, affordable little baby Daikie cuttings, but like I can't sell these to you guys, so there's that one. And then I have my Hoya Finlaysonii here. Put this one back so we don't get confused. And this one didn't come looking completely awful. It actually looks like these might be newer leaves here at the bottom, and it does have a peduncle, but it didn't have any roots. So I have to reroot it, and I'm hopeful for this one because the leaves aren't like complete trash. So I think that this one is going to be just fine. But again, it had no roots. So I think these are new leaves. Maybe. I'm not sure. I don't know. It's just because that one's kind of wonky. I don't remember it being there. But who knows? That is what this Finlaysonii is looking like. So that one will probably make it. This one, on the other hand, this is my Hoya Jennifer. Get it untangled from everything. And she looks like shit. She's looked like shit since the day I got her. He knew that I was unhappy with this purchase. She literally looked wrinkly like this from day one. And he was all like, okay, keep an eye on it, you know? And I'm like, well, I mean, I'm telling you that I'm disappointed with it, but okay, like I'm not trying to be a pain or a bother, which is something that I really wish we wouldn't do, you guys, when we're unhappy or like unsatisfied with something, because I was definitely not satisfied with this purchase, and I was disappointed by his response to it. but I continued to give him the benefit of the doubt, and I thought that this was just like a one-time situation because a lot of the other ones came looking fine after this and before this. So, but again, even though this one looks fine, it had no roots, so eventually it would have not been fine. So I needed to take it out and reroot it. And yeah, we're rerooting everything here. So hopefully we get some roots out of these one day, and they at least maybe give me new growth, because I don't think that these leaves are ever gonna like get their turgidity back. Like, you're not supposed to be able to do this to Hoya leaves. But speaking of melting Hoya leaves, this is probably the most depressing one and the one that sent me over the edge, because this was like a $75, $80 plant. And it's the Hoya Coaching Island, and it came to me looking exactly as you see it, with this floppy, wrinkly leaves. I tried to propagate them. Obviously it's not working because they were just completely rotted. Oh, look, she's got some little baby roots coming in, so maybe. But like, look at this. It's not supposed to look like that, you guys. And I sent them pictures of this plant in the PayPal claim, and they tried to tell me that it was fine. Like, this is a perfectly healthy plant according to them, so that's fine. But yeah, Hoya Coaching Island, I paid extra money for it because it had a peduncle, and when I pulled it out of the box, the peduncle was shriveled up and it fell off before I even really touched it. So there's that. I mean, you can watch it too. That's the baffling part to me, is that he tried to say that the plants, you know, were declining because of me. But like, you can literally watch me pull them out of the box looking the way that they do. So there is that. What am I forgetting? I think that's it. No. Here's the Hoya Kanya Kumariana. I have it hanging out over here. This one is like doing okay. It's got yellowing leaves every time I come in here, but the ones that aren't yellow feel nice and firm. So I'm fairly confident that this one's going to be okay. This is another one that I really didn't think there was anything wrong with until it started to die back a little bit, and I was like, girl, what are you doing? Stop it. So I took her out and she had no roots. So rerooting her in some moss, hanging out over here with the rest of my little Hoyas that were imported. Like, I'm literally having to treat these plants that I bought from a seller in Florida like as if they are imports. But I have imports over here that look 1,000 times better than these. So it's just really confusing, to be honest with you. I'm not gonna lie. Like, how is this even possible? How is that even possible? And the funny part is, my friend Tessa bought the same exact Hoya from them, and hers looks exactly like this one. It's like, you guys, this is not just like happening to one or two people. This is happening to almost every single Hoya that people buy from this shop. So I do have other plants from them that are not Hoya that are doing fine, like this Philodendron Billy. Thankfully, I got from them because I love it, is doing fine. I do have another Hoya Wayleniana back here that doesn't look like she's doing fine from them. I should take her out and check her roots. And then another Hoya over here that was pretty cheap, so I don't really care that much about it. I know that sounds terrible, but it also seems to be fine. Like, it's probably rerooting, like, in there, maybe. I don't know, but I don't have the energy to take it out of there, and it's not dying yet. So we're gonna just, I've been waiting for this leaf to be able to be soft enough to pluck it off. It's been bothering me. This is just a normal part of the process. This was its oldest leaf, and this was an import, so this was one of its original import leaves. But yeah, this one's not looking super fantastic either. It's always looking kind of thirsty and sad. So I don't know, you guys, but the rest of my Hoyas are doing really well. Not that anybody asked, but my Macrophylla or Latifolia reverted not long ago, well, a long time ago, like over a year ago, and it never put out another leaf, and I wasn't sure if it was going to continue to be a pot of gold. And look at the leaf that it put out, you guys. It's still soft. And it's a full-on pot of gold. It put out a green one, and then it put out pot of gold leaves coming from just a regular elbow marginata. So a little natural mutation happening over there. Oh, I do have some Hoya Jennifer cuttings back here that didn't die, that I took when I first got the plant. Majority of them died, but some of them survived. So there's that. Oh, wow, this leaf is so gorgeous. So gorgeous. Okay, obviously that's not from them, but like I just had to show you while we were in here because I just did a greenhouse tour. I can link that for you guys if you haven't seen it yet. But that leaf wasn't out when we were here, so there's lots of new growth happening on my other billies. I must say, this billy is not dead from them, but it is growing at a much slower pace than all of my other billies. So this is the giveaway billy putting out a new leaf. Whoever gets to take that one home is gonna have a really gorgeous new leaf. I'm keeping this one for me. Okay, I was like, you don't need 3, but like maybe you need 2. So yeah, that is everything that's going on with my Hoyas from Urban Leaf Shop. I think that I've gotten them all. I don't know if I left any out. If I left any out, it's because they're dead. So there's that. Okay, fam, so those are my Hoya, or at least majority of them from Urban Leaf Shop. I do have another rotundiflora that seems to be fine. It died back a little bit, but it seems to be doing fine now. Yeah, so some of them are okay, and some of them not so much. I really do think that the Croniana, the bigger black leaf one, was just like beyond saving. As soon as I got it, it was just dropping leaves, yellowing leaves, wrinkly leaves, mushy leaves. Like, I don't know how a plant can look thirsty and rotting at the same time. Like, it's a very confusing ordeal. So unfortunately, I don't think that that one is going to make it. Hi, baby. What are you doing? So yeah, that is everything that has been going on with Urban Leaf Shop. Definitely go and check out my Instagram stories if you're interested in seeing more testimony from more people than what I've shared in the last couple of videos here. I will leave all of the previous videos linked down below for you guys in order if you want to check them out. If you are confused, if you're new here and this is the first video you're seeing or hearing about it and you want to know what the tea is. Obviously, I'm not a drama channel. I'm not here to continue to perpetuate drama. I just think it's really important that we address things like this as a community and that we put our foot down and let people know that this isn't okay. Like, this type of behavior is not acceptable, and that we're not just going to allow people to steamroll us and walk all over us just because we are kind-hearted plant people. So that's really it, right, Bob? Is that it, or did you want to add something? He's such a weird cat. He's hungry. They're both hungry, so they're acting nuts. But it's only like 2:30, so it's a little early for you to eat food, sir. You're lucky you're cute, and I love you so much. It's your pain in the butt. Anyway, getting distracted by my cat again. So yeah, if you have had an experience with this shop or any other shop that you feel like sharing, feel free to do so in the comment section below. And that's it for this update. There isn't really much else to show you until I start seeing, hopefully, some of those Hoyas start to root. I don't know what's going to happen with that Jennifer. She's looked like that since the day I got her. She hasn't died. She hasn't lost a lot of leaves, maybe like 1 or 2 from the top, but she's not looking good either. So I have hope for a handful of them, you know, like the Kanya Kumariana should be okay, and the Finlaysonii should be okay, but oh man, it is a real bummer about the Croniana, and the fact that none of these Hoyas had any roots is baffling to me. So that is my story. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, you should give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything from me. There's a join button down there if you want to be part of the official plant fam. Get yourself some perky perks, some extra content. If not, there is a super thanks button if you want to super thanks me and donate a few dollars to my channel. Everything is appreciated. I cannot do this without you guys, especially because I spent all this money on these Hoya that are dead that I can't even propagate and sell to you. So that's kind of given me a hard time, I'm not gonna lie. Crash, stay away from the plants. Excuse me, sir. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, like, I've definitely taken a financial hit from this, and it has continued to affect me for a while because I invested in these Hoya, majority of them, these bigger ones that I'm showing you anyway, so that I could propagate them and sell them. Like, that was the purpose of me buying them, and now I can't do that. So that is like hundreds of dollars that I spent expecting to make majority of it back and then some, and yeah, that didn't happen. So I've been struggling because I don't have a ton to propagate right now, but we're gonna figure it out, and we're gonna get the shop back up and running. Like, I'm not gonna let this stop me from continuing to do what I want to do, you know? It's really unfortunate and really unfair that like a larger shop like that can do that to a smaller shop that's relying on a good product, but that's the nature of the game to some people, I suppose, if you're just in it for the money and you don't really care about the product that you're selling people. So I care about my plants very deeply. They are my babies. So when you buy a plant from me, like, that plant was grown with love, and it wasn't just shoved in some dirt and like in a box and shipped off to you. So hopefully we'll have that website back up and running soon. I'm hoping after the holiday and everything that I'll be able to like get my brain around actually propagating some stuff. So yeah, that's it. I'm gonna stop rambling now. I appreciate you, fam, and I hope I see you in the next one. Bye.